Hello YouTube, my name is Nero, and today we have some more Call of Duty Black Ops 3, and we have gotten a preview trailer for the first DLC pack for Black Ops 3. We learned a while back that it was going to be called Awakening, but we finally got to see a preview of what these maps are going to be like. We got to see some developer commentary, as well as we've gotten a release date. This DLC is going to be coming out on February 2nd, first on the PlayStation 4, then presumably, if years passed or anything to go by, we're probably going to be getting it a month later on the Xbox One. And sadly, ladies and gentlemen, you will not be getting DLC if you play Call of Duty Black Ops 3 on the Xbox 360 or on the PlayStation 3. So with this DLC pack, we're going to get 3 brand new maps, 1 map recreation, as well as, of course, zombies, and we're going to go ahead and run down these here. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to be showing you guys the full preview trailer in its entirety without my stupid voice on it. So first things first here, let's talk about Splash, because this map just seems amazing to me. It's the one I was most excited for. So Splash is going to be an abandoned water park, right? It's going to have a bunch of water slides everywhere. It's going to have a bunch of water, and they're really going to try to utilize our ability to fight underwater on this map, while at the same time our dreams have come true, because this is like something I saw a lot of people asking about when this map was first announced. We are going to be able to use the water slides. Water slides are going to be like a big part of the map. Like, that's how we're going to get from point A to point B, is with these water slides, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. I just hope and pray that there's going to be at least one slide here on this map that you can actually like go all the way to the top of the map, like similar to Rust from Modern Warfare 2, and just slide down to a different portion of the map. I hope that's part of the map, and I can't wait to see if that's going to be the case. The next map we're going to be looking at is going to be Gauntlet, because this is also one I was very interested in, because the preview picture here, you see it, there's 3 different biomes here, and it made me wonder, is this map going to be unique in that every time you load it in, it could be a different biome? But, you know, maybe sometimes you load in and it's going to be a forest map, maybe the next time you play on the map it's going to be a snowy map, and so on and so forth. Turns out it's going to just have all these biomes on it every single time. So Gauntlet is going to be a military training facility, and it's going to be using the 3-lane style map that Treyarch is so well known for, and each one of these lanes is going to be a different biome, essentially. So one of them is going to be like a forest biome, basically. The center of the map, I believe, is going to be an Arctic biome, and I believe it's the left side of the map. I could have the lefts and rights here wrong, but the other side of the map is going to be like a rainy city urban environment, right? So one portion of the map rainy, one portion of the map snowy, one portion of the map is going to be like nice, bright, and foresty, and I think that's kind of a neat idea. What they said is they wanted to really kind of take a twist on the 3-lane style setup that they have on the majority of their maps. They wanted to go all out with it and just make it so every single lane kind of felt like its own map. You know, its center lane is like an Arctic map. You know, the right lane is like a foresty map, and the left one's like a rainy city map. Like, they're all completely different, while at the same time they are the exact same map, and they kind of make sense under the pretense that they're part of a military training facility. So that's kind of a neat idea. The third map we're going to be looking at here is going to be Rise. So this is going to be set in Zurich, Switzerland, and according to Dan Bunting, who is the multiplayer game director over there at Treyarch, he feels as though this is the most classic Call of Duty map of this entire DLC, and he also claims it's the most competitive map of this DLC, and that he would like to see it actually be adopted into the COD esports scene. So it's going to have a bunch of different lanes like your typical Treyarch maps have. One of those lanes is actually going to feature a lot of potential for underwater combat. Another lane is going to be very good for like long lines of sight. The center is going to be kind of like an arena mode almost idea, and he feels as though it's going to be a very competitive map. He says it feels like a classic Call of Duty map, so I'm interested to see that. I mean, the setting itself is like a construction site, which we've seen dozens upon dozens upon dozens upon dozens of times here in Call of Duty before, so I'm interested to see how they're going to be switching things up here with this map. He says it feels like a classic Call of Duty map. I'd say the setting feels like a classic Call of Duty map, but we're going to have to see how the map is actually going to play once we actually get our hands on it on February 2nd, once again on the PlayStation 4 first. And the fourth and final map of this DLC is the one that people are most excited for, Skyjacked, which is now confirmed, whereas before it was all speculation, but it has been confirmed. This is a remake of Hijacked from Black Ops 2, and there actually are going to be some changes. Most notably, what they showed us here was right here on the side of the map. I'm sure you guys can picture this from Hijacked. Like, you picture the side of Hijacked where you go on the side of the map, and there's like that long walkway that you can use to get around the middle portion of the map and get to the other side. Well, that's kind of blown up. That little bridge there is blown up. You're going to have to actually run along the wall if you would like to get over there. And keep in mind, Skyjacked is a floating ship in the air. So if you fall off, similar to Hijacked, where when you fall in the ocean and die, you're going to fall all the way down to the ground and die on this map. So keep that in mind. Also, since this map was actually hit by a rocket or something, which blew up that little side path that we had, they also blew a hole in the side of the ship, which will allow us to, from the side, enter into the underground. So no longer is there only going to be 2 ways into the underground section. You can actually go in from the side, which is definitely going to make game modes like Hardpoint a bit more competitive when they're actually fighting for the hardpoint that's underground. So I'm definitely interested to see what Skyjacked Hijacked is going to be like. I'm very excited for it. Hijacked was one of my favorite maps in Black Ops 2. I'm very excited to see it return here in Black Ops 3. And of course, the final part of this DLC, of course, is going to be the zombies experience, and the map itself is going to be called Der Eisendrache, which apparently it means Iron Dragon. I don't know in German. That's what everyone keeps telling me. It's going to be set in a medieval castle, which actually seems like a pretty awesome site for a zombies map. Like, just aesthetically, like, the map itself looks like it's going to be very cool. Apparently, like, the background story of this was this castle was actually built on, like, an area, almost like your classic trope of being built on, like, an ancient Indian burial ground. Like, it's basically that idea, but lots of atrocities have happened on this site, and then the castle was made on top of that. And apparently, this site also contains mass deposits of Element 115, which are going to be playing a big key role into the map itself. And they've also implemented 4 new pieces of Mega Gum, which is going to be kind of cool for people that are very into zombies. Just the map itself looks like it's going to be very fun. We didn't get to see too much gameplay or anything, but just on the setting itself, the setting, the theme, and the background of the map sounds pretty awesome to me. I'm definitely looking forward to it, and I'm hoping that it's going to be a pretty fun zombies experience. But this DLC itself actually looks pretty amazing. Again, 3 brand new maps in the form of Gauntlet, Splash, and Rise, 1 recreation in the form of Skyjacked, which of course is a remake of Hijacked from Black Ops 2, and of course an entirely new zombies experience, Der Eisendrache, which actually looks to be pretty freaking awesome. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I am going to go ahead and let you guys watch this preview trailer in its entirety so you guys can hear the developer commentary on the maps itself. I'm anxiously awaiting an actual gameplay trailer for this DLC. That is going to be amazing. I can't wait for that to come out, but right now we have this preview trailer, and I think it's pretty awesome. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys all enjoyed the video. Drop me a rating, enjoy the preview, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.
Black Ops 3 is launched, and here at Treyarch, we couldn't be more excited about the millions of players around the world enjoying it every day. This is going to be an awesome season of DLC content, and it all begins with Awakening, and you won't want to miss it. 4 new, awesome multiplayer maps, and 1 mind-blowing zombies experience. Let's take a closer look at what the team's working on.
Awakening DLC for the multiplayer fans is going to be all about the maps. Every map is going to feel distinct and unique from the other maps. Every map is going to have a very purposeful and intentional design to structure around the movement system and also get players into those very satisfying kind of classic engagements, head-to-head, boots on the ground, cover-based combat. Gauntlet is a map that is set in a military training facility in which each of the 3 paths in the map is a very different environment. One of them is a jungle environment, one of them is an Arctic snowy climate, the other one is a rainy urban city scene. And for us, it was really all about playing up this core philosophy that we have about the 3-lane structure of our maps. And we just wanted to kind of go over the top on that front with both visuals and gameplay. Splash is just a playful, really vibrant map. It's set in an abandoned water theme park. There are a lot of twisty, windy, enclosed water slides connecting the paths from one to the other. It's a map that really is designed for the fluidity and the flow of going from one path to the other and the excitement of fighting through the enclosed water slides. That's just something that's a new twist. You know, we haven't done something like that before, and it was a fun opportunity for us to build that kind of gameplay into a map that's themed around a water park. I mean, it also has a lot of opportunities for underwater combat. We wanted to really play up that underwater swimming component of the game. Rise is set in snowy Zurich. It's on a construction facility. It really feels the most classic Call of Duty multiplayer of all the maps in the pack. It's really heavily focused on cover-to-cover combat. It has a lot of variety in its lane structure. One lane is very long, has a lot of cat and mouse gameplay to it, some wall running opportunities. The middle lane really pushes players into an intense choke point, kind of an arena where all the paths converge. And then the final path has a lot of underwater opportunities. I think that Rise is probably one of our most competitive maps in the set, and I think that it's going to be exciting to see. Hopefully it gets adopted into the esports season. I think that it's a lot of fun. Players are going to love it. The map that I'm most excited about in Awakening is Skyjacked for sure, which is a reimagining of the map Hijacked from Black Ops 2. It's fast, it's frenetic, it's chaotic. It's a different take, a different twist on the original because of all of the core movement opportunities that we've built into the map. It's just very exciting. It was a fun map for us to bring back.
In this chapter of our zombie story, we'll be introducing Episode 4, the Eisendrache. This is the first chapter in an epic time-traversing zombies odyssey that will unfold over the course of Black Ops 3's 4 DLC packs in 2016. I'm a sucker for medieval castles. That's where we're going in Eisendrache. We've got this wonderful ancient castle that all the kind of evil forces and all the kind of mind-bending stuff that we do in our zombie storyline is all kind of infested in this one location. The castle was built upon an ancient site where many dark atrocities have occurred over the centuries. The site contains massive deposits of the recently discovered element 115. This allows us to kind of play with other narrative and thematic elements in a setting which is a personal favorite of mine. On the Awakening DLC, we'll also be introducing 4 new Mega Gumballs. This chapter is very much about introducing new concepts, but then also bringing it to a conclusion. We're incredibly excited to answer a lot of the questions the community has, bring some sort of resolution to a lot of the torment that we put our fans into, and then also maybe introduce some new concepts to have them puzzling out into the future.
So as you can see, it's on next year. Clear your calendars, because Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Awakening is available on February 2nd, first on PlayStation 4.
Get the season pass now. 4 DLC packs, 1 great price.